Welcome back. This video is not financial advice, and always do your own research. In today's video, we are back at it talking about Dispence, one of the world's best multi-chain Telegram trading bots. In my previous tutorial video about Dispence, we went over how to set up your wallet, how to do limit orders, stop losses, bridging, etc. across a multitude of different blockchains that are compatible with Dispence. Well, recently they announced the launch of their native customizable sniper built right in. So throughout the video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up this sniper bot, how to customize it, and how to get started sniping some of the newest tokens. Just like all of the other awesome features that Dispence offers, the new sniper is also multi-chain across all of their different compatible chains. So without further ado, let's hop right into it and see what this sniper is all about. Alright guys, so we're going to head straight into the Dispence Sniper Bot tutorial. If this is your first time hearing about Dispence though, you may want to check out my first tutorial video on them. That is where I show you guys how to set up your wallet and go into depth about all the different features. You're going to want to watch that video first just so you have everything fully set up, funded, and have a general knowledge of how the wallet works before you start using the sniper. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and click whichever wallet you have funded that you want to set up the sniper on. Once you have clicked use this wallet on the specific wallet that you're wanting to do the sniper on, you are then going to use the home page and click snipers. Once you do click snipers, you'll see here for now it says no snipers. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and click plus new, and that's how we're going to add our very first sniper. What you're going to see here is the target for now is going to be new CoinGecko listings, and your network options are Solana, Ethereum, Base, or the Binance Smart Chain. So depending on which chain you are trying to snipe on, you can go ahead and click that specific one. For this example video, we are going to be doing Solana. Keep in mind though, you can go ahead and make a sniper for each individual blockchain. So you can have 4 different snipers, one for each of these networks. Now that we have clicked Solana as our sniper, you can see a few different options here. There is a turn off after feature, so you can customize this depending on how many hits you would like the bot to make. So by default, it's set at 25 hits. That means the bot is going to stop working after it has done 25 different snipes. Next, you have the buy amount. This is the buy amount for each of your snipes. Next, you have the exit plan. This one is going to be very important because this is what you are determining the customization of your sniper. So much like on the previous video when we talked about limit orders, if you want to stop losses after the token has decreased a certain amount, or limit sell once it has increased a certain percentage, that same strategy applies here. So for your exit plan, you can do any different options. You can make it a 100% gain for it to sell, 50%, 10%, whatever you'd like. Same thing with the stop loss. You can make the stop loss 10% down, 50% down, 80% down, whatever you would like the automation to be. Now the slippage by default is set at 3%. For this video, we're going to go ahead and keep it there. Priority fee default very high. We're also going to go ahead and keep that there. And MEV protect, it is by default off, but if you'd like to turn that on, you can do so as well. First up, let's go ahead and head into exit plan. We're going to create a few different exit plans. That way, depending on how we're feeling as the sniper progresses, you can go ahead and change between your different plans. So under exit plan, we're going to go ahead and click plus new. You can see the plus new limit and plus new stop. So over here, depending on what percentage you want it to auto sell, depending on what percentage profit it is, that's what we're going to do new limit. So we have a few options here. So price, this is the price multiplier. If we want it to sell once it is up 50%, we're going to go ahead and type in 1.5 as it says here. So for this example, let's go ahead and do that. 1.5 is going to auto sell at 50% profit. Then for this automation process, we have to tell the bot how much of the token we want it to auto sell once it has reached that 50% profit. By default here, it's set to 20% of our token, but we're going to go ahead and change that to 100% because we want to fully exit our position once it reaches that 50% profit. So to do that, we're going to click where it says 20%, and then we're going to want to type in 100. Once we hit enter, now you can see amount 100%, price 1.5, which means we're selling all the tokens once it reaches 50% in profit. Now to create a stop loss for this exit plan, we're going to now click plus new stop. For there you can see the little stop sign, and it looks like the default is amount 20% and the price at 0.8, which would mean it is down 20%. So first up, let's click 20%, and instead we want to sell 100% of the Snipes tokens once it has reached that stop loss level. And then for the percentage loss on the stop loss, we're going to want to sell all of our tokens once it's down 50%. So for that example, we're going to want to type in 0.5. That means for this exit plan, as an example, we're going to sell 100% of our Snipe tokens once it's at 50% profit or 50% loss. Now, if you are creating multiple different exit plans, that way you can kind of fluctuate between them depending on how you are feeling with the different snipes. I would recommend you guys to change the name of each exit plan. So all you have to do is hit the pencil name, and then you can change it to anything you would like. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and change the name to 100% snipe. So typing in that here, 100% snipe. So now by clicking the back arrow, we can see all of our exit plans. For now, we just have one, which is 100% snipe. And if you'd like to create a new one, we'll click plus new. Again, it is going to ask you which network you want to set up your exit plan for. And since this video, we're doing Solana, we're going to go ahead and hit Solana. For this next example exit plan, we are going to name it 100% big play. And let's go ahead and get a little crazy here. For this exit plan, we're going to do selling 100% of the tokens once it has 4x. Or for the stop loss, we're going to do sell 100% of the tokens once it has lost 75% of its value. So to do that, for the first one, we're doing the number 4. And for the next one, we're doing 0.25. For the stop loss, essentially meaning once it is 25 cents on the dollar from our buy price, it will go ahead and auto sell. Again, clicking the back arrow here, we now can see both of our exit plans, and we can fluctuate between the two as the sniper progresses. The last exit plan for this example is low results, and that is because I set it up for only a 10% limit sell and a 10% loss for the stop loss. This is just to speed up the process because I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Just want to show you guys that this bot works. Now that I've shown you guys all the different customizable features, let's go ahead and turn the sniper bot on so I can show you guys some of the results. Again, for the turn off after, for this example video, we're going to change it to 10 hits. So for that, all you'd have to do is type in 10. Then from there, all you have to do is turn on your sniper. And to do that, we're just going to click turn sniper on. Now, from my experience with the sniper bot, I will say that when you click turn sniper on, it does take a little bit of time for the trades to start happening for that very first snipe. But after the first snipe, they start rolling in rather quickly. Now that the sniper bot has been turned on and enabled, we now see next to sniper, it says on. And of course, as time goes on, what the sniper bot's going to do, again, is auto buy any of the newest CoinGecko listings. And then once it's bought the token, depending on the parameters that you have set up, it's either going to auto sell once it reaches whatever percentage gain that you set, or it's going to stop loss and auto sell once the token has dipped, depending on the percentage that you set up. For the first token buy, that was for BWED, you can see it was $2 worth of SOL, and the amount of BWED we got was 12.3K, in equivalent to $1.93. And right here we can see 1 out of 10. Just a few minutes later, 4 minutes later to be exact, we had our next sniper hit, Fifi. Again, $2, but this time $1.95 was how much Fifi we got. Just as we talked about earlier, you can customize the amount of hits to any number that you would like. For this example video, we're just doing 10 to be the maximum. 6 minutes later, we did have our third sniper hit, and this was for Petsna. For this one, again, $2 worth of SOL. We got $1.95 worth of Petsna, which was about 7 tokens. 4 minutes later, we sniped ODGen. This one, $2. We got $1.90, which was 9.5 thousand ODGen tokens. Again, now we can see 4 out of 10 for this one. Keep in mind for each of these sniper hits, for the way I set it up, we have the slippage at 3%. But again, that is totally customizable. And I personally do have MEV Protect as off, and you can go ahead and turn that on if you would like. Now, 6 minutes after the OD gen snipe, there was a stop loss. So again, the way we had it set up was once it goes down about 10% in value, we stopped loss. So this one did indeed lose 10% value. So the sniper automatically sold that token. So OD gen was auto sold, getting us back $1.68 worth of SOL. Our next sniper hit was for a token called Archon. We got $1.96 from our $2 worth of SOL. Then 10 minutes later, we sniped Pumped for $2 in SOL. We got $1.93 of the Pumped token. So at this point, we may be getting a bit repetitive. You get the point. This sniper bot is auto buying those CoinGecko listings the moment that they are listed on CoinGecko, essentially auto buying yourself into the token as it's initially getting exposure from CoinGecko. Most of you guys are aware that a lot of people sit around CoinGecko searching for the newest hot gem, and what the sniper is doing is allowing you to get entry before everybody else is able to check out the token. Just moments ago, remember the sniper bot did buy Pumped. Well, here we have our first limit sell. The Pump token did go up 10%, meeting our parameters that we set up. So the sniper did go ahead and auto sell, netting us that 10% increase. Now for you, depending on how you set it up, if you have 50% or 100%, your results are going to vary and you're going to get more, less profit. But again, for this example video, we have our first limit sell. So the Pump token, being that it went ahead and went up 10%, the sniper went ahead and auto sold, netting us $2.16, getting us that 10% back. Then you guys remember BWED, which was one of the very first tokens that the sniper bot went ahead and bought. Well, that one also went ahead and reached a 10% profit. So here we have BWED ended up auto selling for that 10% profit. Now, because we fast forwarded a bit, we didn't talk about the last sniper hit, which did reach our max that we set of 10 out of 10 snipes. But that last one was for Harry. We bought $2 worth of Harry as soon as it was listed on CoinGecko, netting us $1.94 worth of Harry, 6.1K. And this one also went ahead and gained us that 10% profit. As you can see here, within the hour that Harry was sniped, it then reached that 10% threshold that we did set up, netting us $2.16 worth of SOL. Also, another token that we auto sniped in the beginning of the video was Archon. Well, that one additionally did reach that 10% threshold once it sold, netting us $2.15 worth of SOL. So now by going back to the home icon, clicking snipers, we have sniper 1 set up for the Solana chain. So we're going to go ahead and click that. As we can see here, we are at the max 10 out of 10. So if we want this sniper to continue its work, we're going to go ahead and click right here, enter the maximum number. Let's go ahead and just change it to 100. So that way the sniper bot is going to go ahead and do 90 more snipes. Now the 90 additional snipes will be done off video. We still do have 4 open positions, which have neither gone over 10% or down 10%. Overall, pretty impressed with the results. We now have a slightly larger portfolio from when we started. If you do end up setting it up for 50% gains or 50% stop losses, your results could be quite good. Again, any of this can be edited, turn off after any number of different hits. We just changed it to 100. Your buy amounts are fully customizable. You can set up multiple different exit plans. Again, we had low results, 100% sniper or 100% big play. Throughout the video, we had slippage at 3%, but you can of course customize this as well. And then you also have the priority feed that is customizable with the MEV protect either on or off. So all in all, again, super impressed with the addition of this sniper bot. If this is your first time hearing about the Dispense bot, you can go ahead and check out my first tutorial video where I go into depth of how to do basically everything within the bot, how to set it up, how to set up limit orders, stop losses, how to bridge, and all of that fun stuff. I will link that down in the description box, and also in the outro, you'll see a little pop-up for that previous video. All in all, highly recommend Dispense. I am curious of what your thoughts are though, so go ahead and leave a comment down below with what you think. Now with that being said, that about wraps it up for this tutorial video all about Dispense's new sniper bot. As always, keep in mind that this video is not intended to be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and investing and trading cryptocurrency can be risky, so always be sure to do your own research. Down in the description box below, you will be able to find all of Dispense's links, so be sure to check that out. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.